How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build that positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to do a perspective shift. If you want to change your mind, you have to change how you perceive the world. And in this episode, we're going to take a positive perspective that will give you the positive mindset you need to expand into the life that you love. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say this word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one's about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It can have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in that more positive state. So let's go and take another deep breath in. And out. Well, this perspective is so powerful. And so what I want you to think about, I want to think about your mind as basically like a camera or something that observes everything. Your mind just observes it. It's how you perceive the world. Just as if you were going to watch a movie, the movie was filmed on the camera. So that camera is extremely important because what it sees or how it sees dictates the experience that you'll see, just as you watch that movie based upon how that camera was made and what it perceived. So we're going to adjust our camera to something powerful. It's a belief about yourself. And when you believe this about yourself, you're going to look to perceive it in the world. As you perceive, you will receive. That's why we must make the belief now. So what the belief is, and I really want you to accept this, to not challenge it. When you hear it in your mind, don't try to say reasons why it's not it. But that you are the most blessed person on the entire planet. Without a doubt, you believe that you are the blessed person on the planet. There is nobody more blessed than you. This is a fact. This is a truth. It's a law in the universe. You are blessed. To maintain this blessing energy, there's one thing you must do. If you do not do this thing, you will lose your blessing status. You will no longer be the most blessed person on the planet. When you look into the world, everything that you see, every situation, every person, every event, all of it, you have to find the blessing. If you stop looking for the blessing, you lose your status as the most blessed person on the planet. This is an agreement. When you agree to this, you're going to get both. When you agree to, I will look into blessings in everything I experience, you become the most blessed person on this planet. This will change your perspective. This will change everything you see, because as you see, you receive. So if you look for your blessings, you're going to receive your blessings. The blessings aren't the material. And of course, you could manifest physical, material, all of those things. This is about your internal state. This is about how you feel regardless of what's going on externally. This is about how you feel that everything that comes into your life, because when it's a blessing to you, you learn, you grow, you're expanding from all of it. That is why you are the most blessed person on the planet. Why not you? Why can't you be the person that decides, I'm going to start looking into the world that way? Why would that be so challenging? Why wouldn't you want to see the blessings? Because you're thinking right now, well, there's not blessings. You don't understand my situation. I'm broke. I don't have any money. I'm sick. I've got something that's not curable. I'm lonely. I'm in a hurtful situation where there are people that will hurt me. I'm lost. I feel empty inside. You don't understand. I can't be blessed. This is a law of the universe. The frequency that you operate on is what you perceive, because you're on that frequency. When you turn your radio in to 99.3, you hear 99.3. You won't hear any other stations. When you move it up to 102.7, you hear something different, but they are both playing at the same time. It's what you're perceiving, or what you're perceiving is what changes. Both radio stations never changed. It was you, the perception, that changed. So if you want to experience something different, you have to change your perception, what you're looking at. If you want to become the most blessed person on this planet, then you need to become the person that looks for the most blessings. Wherever you point your finger gets the power. You point it to you, you have the power. You point it away from you, you still have the power, but you're giving it to something else. But as soon as you turn that finger back around, it goes right back to you. See, it never really leaves you. You project it onto something, but it's not really in that something. You could destroy the thing that you're pointing at. Then the finger would just point at something else. Turn it towards you. You are the powerful creator. If you believe that you were made the image of something, wouldn't the image be that of creation and observation? Because that's what the creator is. That's what created all of this. It created and observed. As it observed, it created. That's what you're made of. You are the one that decides how you feel. If you only are in a positive state, if you only love, if you're only forgiving when others are, then you're not in control. You're a reflector. You're reflecting what's around you. So yes, if you're around people that were positive and uplifting and loving and forgiving and all of those things, if you're surrounded by that, you would probably be that too. But if they all changed, if they shifted, if they became hard, angry, bitter, lonely, what would happen to you? You would change too. Because you were being what they are. You were reflecting. You were not giving the responsibility to you. You were saying, these circumstances created me. These people, where I came from, my parents or lack of, my background, all of those. You give the power to those things. And I'm not saying those things don't affect you. It's all a degree of difficulty. And the degree is wide. But that doesn't mean it's not true. It doesn't mean that you still don't have the power to choose how you feel. Life is not fair, but that doesn't take away from what you are. If the game is rigged, it doesn't matter. If the game is skewed to one people or one direction, one thing, it doesn't matter, because we are not the game. That's the illusion. We are not the earth. We're not this experience. We're none of these things. We are experiencing them. That's it. We're learning and growing from. That's it. So you don't need anything from here, because you don't actually take anything from here. You always take yourself wherever you go. So when you learn to find the joy within you, when you learn to find the healing, the love, whatever it is that you're looking for within you, everywhere you go, you will find it. That's how it works. One of the most beautiful sayings that I really never understood, like truly understood until now, is that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I used to think that was just a nice way of saying, when people didn't match or whatever it was, to say that beauty was in the eye of the beholder, meaning like to each individual, beauty is different. So that's how I thought. I thought that it was saying this person looked good to this specific person. That's not what it actually means. It means that beauty in the eye of the beholder has the ability to choose the eye they perceive. If you want to find the beauty in something, you will find it. It's that simple. Take your power back. Become the version of you that you know you can be. Level up, rise, and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on shifting that mindset and truly bringing in the blessings. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. We're going to end with one final deep breath. This one's all about the blessings. It's all about you, what you deserve, how you should feel, the good that's in front of you. So as you breathe in, count your blessings. I want you to see the words over and over. Blessing, blessing, blessing. Every word represents a new blessing for you. See them as you breathe in. As you're holding your breath, feel the blessings, the warmth, the acceptance, knowing that they are there for you and is right in front of you. And as you exhale, allow all the weight, all the baggage, all the pain, all the hurt, everything that's holding you back to just leave you and move forward into your blessing. So let's take that final deep breath in. And out.